Well, we're headed into a brand new year. I love this time of year because it's the opportunity to hit the reset button, to say, hey, what do I really, really want? You know, it's not that you can't do that at any other time of year, but when it's a new year, it's just a great time for a fresh start and to evaluate, what do I really want and what do I need to leave behind? So this is what I want to talk to you about for just a couple of minutes. In order to move towards what you really, really want, it is absolutely essential that you choose to leave certain things behind. Because in order to fly to higher heights, you cannot have stuff weighing you down. Whether it's unfinished business or unresolved issues or old hurts or regrets, you have to make a decision that there are some things you're going to leave in the past year so that you could move into your new year unencumbered by things that are just too heavy for where it is that you want to go. So you might be thinking, well, what kinds of things should I leave behind? I'm going to give you a few ideas and you can kind of just decide which ones of these do I need to leave behind. Maybe it's just one, maybe it's all of these. Okay, so here's number one. Projects and activities that you simply do not enjoy, that are not purposeful for you, that bring you no joy. You know that stuff that you keep saying you're going to do? Year after year, you haven't done it. Maybe it's time to reevaluate whether you need to do it at all. Give yourself permission to cross some stuff off your to-do list, delete it from the list. Just decide, you know what, I don't really want that anymore. That's okay. It frees you up for what you truly do want. So some stuff you need to leave behind is just the stuff that doesn't work for you anymore. Leave it in the past. Number two, friendships that drain your energy. And yes, I said friendships. You know those relationships that are not reciprocal, that drain your energy, that are always negative, but for whatever reason, you just keep staying in those relationships? Some of those you need to simply leave behind. That doesn't mean you need to be ugly about it. This is about you being intentional. This is about you deciding what kind of energy you need in your life in order to do the things that you are called to do. And either you have people that are moving in that direction, or you have people who are dragging you backwards. You can't have that. You cannot go to higher heights when you have people at the same time trying to pull you down. So I want you to make a decision. What are some of those relationships? And it might just be one that it's time to let go of, so that you are able to fully move into your purpose and your potential. Now, this can be hard, but it's also necessary. Don't be afraid to cut off some of those relationships that are draining your energy, that are negative and not moving you forward. Here's number three, grudges and unforgiveness. Now this is huge, and sometimes it's really hard, and I've done other videos about how to forgive and why it's so important. But grudges do nothing for you. In fact, sometimes you're holding grudges against people that aren't even thinking about you or the situation anymore. And so who is that hurting? You. Let go of grudges. Take a nice deep breath and make a decision that you want to use your energy in a more positive and productive way. Here's another one. Superficial status symbols. Superficial status symbols. You know those things you feel like you have to prove something to somebody, you have to show people things, spend money on things you really cannot afford? Leave it in the past. I'm telling you, this is absolutely revolutionary, because the things that we keep in our lives that are superficial are really about our own insecurities and our own ego. And if you want to move into your full potential, you have to let go of those insecurities. That means letting go of your quote unquote security blankets, the things that you feel like you need in order to prove who you are. What if you just decided, I don't need anything to prove who I am? I am who I am, and I'm going to show up with purpose and with passion. And if I have to have things to show people who I am, maybe those aren't the people I need in my life. If I want to go to the next level, I want to be completely authentic to who I am. I'm telling you, this is so very powerful. It can be a hard one if you've been attached to things, but it can be really, really powerful and really, really freeing. And then here's the last one, negative attitude. And I know this is a hard one because most of us don't want to acknowledge if we have a negative attitude. And it doesn't mean that necessarily we're negative people when we have a negative attitude. And here's what I mean by this. You can be really positive towards others about their goals and dreams and be negative towards yourself. Be pessimistic about what's possible for you. What if instead of being negative about what's possible for you, you decided as you head into this new year, you know what, I'm leaving my negative attitude behind. I'm going to stop complaining. I'm going to stop looking for all the reasons why I can't have what I want. And I'm going to choose not only to believe that I can have the things that I dream of, but to actually speak in a way that acknowledges that, to speak positively about myself and about my dreams, to look for the good and to believe in the good. Now, this takes work, but it completely changes how you feel. It boosts your joy. And joy and positive emotion actually expand your ability to deal with adversity and stress. Positive emotion, research shows, actually helps us set bigger goals. So when we let go of a negative attitude, what we do is that we increase the likelihood that we're going to set big goals, that we're going to reach big goals, and that we're going to attract the kinds of people into our lives that help us to get to where we want to go. So that's it. What are you going to leave behind in the last year so that you can move forward in this new year with intention? I'll talk to you next time.